What is up, coach? Welcome to another episode of Build with the CEO. My name is Trevor, your resident CEO. And this month we are talking all about front end offers, which I am coining a bridge offer because we want our front end offer to be a bridge into our main signature program. Every week, we're covering a different topic around front end offers. So if you've missed any of them, just check out Facebook, scroll through the feed or on our YouTube channel. You're going to see all of the other episodes up. But we are in episode 4, and we've covered really everything about setting up a front end offer. What is a front end offer? Executing a front end offer. Today, we're going to talk about how to fill your front end offer. And I got my green T-Wolves sweatshirt on because my T-Wolves are in the playoffs right now. As of this recording, we got a 2-1 lead on the Nuggies. So feeling good about that. Normally I do these episodes live, and so people can ask questions and we can get into some of that. But this one is recorded because I will be at the Real Coaches Summit coming up here next week, which is awesome. And it's an incredible event. And I'm excited to be there. So today is all about filling your front end offer. And I'm going to give you 3 plays today. So you're going to leave today's episode with 3 plays. You're not going to do all 3. You're going to pick which one is best for you to fill your front end offer. Because that's the thing I hear from coaches the most is, how do I get clients? Today, we tell you how to get clients. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you 3 different plays today. The first play I've done entire episodes on, so I'm still going to talk about it, but probably not going to go super in depth with it because I have done a ton of other episodes on it. And we'll get to it. You're going to find one of these 3 really resonates with where you're at. And so these are all around not needing paid ads, not needing getting a bunch of new followers or anything like that. The goal of this is stuff that you can do right now and start getting, because ain't nobody got time to wait for the algorithm, the organic content, the audience to build until we have a big enough audience in order to fill these things right away. That's a long play. Good thing to work on, but that takes months, years. We need clients in the next 30 days, right? So what doesn't work right now is the just post more approach that we see all over the internet, right? You just need to get in front of more eyeballs. Well, kind of, not really, because those eyeballs need to trust you in order to join your program. We're not selling $5 widgets, right? We aren't talking impulse buys here. And so most coaches are just getting started out and they don't have this huge reach. So the just post more advice, isn't going to cut it in this situation. Okay. Audience building takes years to do, right? We need to fill your offer in weeks. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Right. We're talking about the short term. How do we fill this offer? How do we get people into your main program, right? Get them a taste of you. Remember our front end offer, our bridge offer, it's like the appetizer. It's a taste. It's not the full main course. That's your main program. So let's get into it today. And we're going to get into play number 1. And this is my favorite one. I don't know why I started with this one, but this is my favorite one. And it's called borrowed audiences. So I want to give you a few stories here just with my own personal experience. So my entire fitness career started because of borrowed audiences. The whole reason I was able to build my business was because of borrowed audiences. I worked out of a local community center, paid them pennies to basically utilize their space. And now the space was great, but what was actually valuable about that situation is I was able to be seen by hundreds and hundreds of people every single day, working with clients, training people. And that's how I built up enough clients to eventually move them out of that community center and into my own fitness facility. And so me being part of their audience, right? I borrowed the audience from that community center in order to build my business. There are a ton of ways to borrow audiences, and that is just one of them. I'll hopefully give you some ideas here. And why are borrowed audiences so powerful, right? Someone spent time, money, and effort building that audience and really building the trust of that audience. Okay. And you're going to come in and you're going to provide value to the owner of that audience. In exchange, they're going to transfer the trust to you, right? Because if this person says that you're awesome, everyone that likes this person will also assume that you're awesome. And now awesome is what you have to lose. You've already been given it because you were brought into the audience by the audience's owner, right? So there's lots and lots of different audiences out there. For nutrition coaches, I think one of the best audiences are kind of like me, like a community center, big box gyms, and fitness first type of facilities. So think like rowing facilities or spin facilities or even Pilates facilities, things like that, where you can come in and you can provide an ancillary service that they're not already offering, right? And the people that buy fitness are also going to be the people that buy nutrition, and they're going to buy lifestyle, and they're going to buy improvement and change and things like that, right? And likely these fitness facilities aren't necessarily serving them at the highest level. And we know that most people join a facility because they're looking to lose weight. Super, super common, right? It's probably the number one goal inside of like the fitness industry is to lose a few pounds. Now, if you're a fitness first type of facility, your offering is fitness. Cool. But we know that nutrition is arguably way more important than fitness from a weight loss standpoint. So you can come in and actually help their members get better results, right? And we make it a win-win for the owner. Likely it's a commission or some sort of monetary exchange, right? You're going to be running your bridge offer, your front end offer with them 14 days, 21 days, something like that. The owner's going to get a big kickback. The members are going to get better results. And then you're going to move those members into your main program and serve them for a longer period of time and ultimately help them get closer to their goals, right? So that's really what a borrowed audience can do. Facebook groups, those are a borrowed audience. If someone owns a group, if you can come in and provide value. Another really cool way that we utilize the borrowed audiences inside of our facility is actually with a local boutique. We did a jeans challenge where anyone that accomplished the challenge got a free pair of jeans. Now, the boutique and us, we split the cost, the hard cost of those jeans, and we promoted this to all of our people. We promoted the boutique to all of our clients because we were marketing this challenge and this cool jeans challenge. The boutique marketed our business to all of their buyers. And we had an incredible turnout for that particular challenge. One, it was cool. It was like a jeans, it was drop a jean size challenge. So it was cool. It was novel. It was memorable. So there we had that going for us, right? But we just did co-marketing, right? We did co-marketing and they opened up their audience to us. We opened up our audience to them and everybody won in the situation, right? So sometimes you just have to get creative about who you can partner with. Some may call this joint ventures, right? A good way to think about this is what else does my perfect client buy or where else does my perfect client go, right? What coffee shop do they go to? What boutique do they go to? What nail salon do they go to? What hair salon do they go to? Who is their PT? What med spa do they go to, right? What groups are they part of? Are they part of community groups? Are they part of something like a Rotary or a professional group, right? Where are those? And then how do we come in, provide value to the person that owns that audience, right? And make sure that they look like an incredible human being because they invited you in to help their people, right? Think about borrowed audiences. I like this one. I like this one as probably number one, right? Because we all have access to people that have audiences. You just got to think a little bit. In your community, you're probably connected in your community, right? Who are you connected to that already like has access to the people that you want to work with? Okay. That's really what a borrowed audience is about. And I think it's one of the top plays, probably why I put it first, one of the top plays to execute when we are trying to get people into our front end offer, right? So the next offer is a little smaller, a little quieter. Not a lot of people are running it, but that's exactly why it works. And it really hinges on a relationship. So play number two is a warm outreach with a specific offer. Okay. Warm outreach to someone that already knows you, likes you, trusts you. Now, if you've been in the game for a little bit, this could be a good offer for you because you probably have a lot of clients that you've worked with over the years. Something changed, right? Life changed, finances changed, something like that. And they're no longer working with you. Maybe they moved away, whatever, right? They're maybe no longer working with you. And all they need is that invitation to come back and work with you again, right? Prospects, anyone that's raised their heads and said they're interested, maybe didn't pull the trigger with what they were interested in early on, right? But they've been sitting on your email list, right? This could be people on your email list, right? All the leads there, people that have downloaded lead magnets. This could also be people that have liked a post on Facebook, commented on any of your content on Facebook, anything like that, right? Followers, people that have DM'd you, right? Anyone that you have contact with, right? That's where this kind of warm outreach with a specific offer. Here's where most people get it wrong, right? They send the DM that's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Right? And then they put the whole mental load on the other person to figure out, "Hey, what is the intent behind this? Like what's going on?" Right? I don't really know what it is, right? And so they probably don't end up responding because they just don't want to get into that situation because like people read between the lines and they understand what's going on, right? And so there's a better way to do this. I'm going to give you that here in a second. But I think what a lot of coaches and why they maybe avoid this is because it kind of feels like selling, right? When we're really not selling anything. It's offering a solution, right, to a specific person who already at one point said they were interested, said they have a problem, right? And it's your duty as a coach to let them know that you have a solution to their problem, right? Service, right? And you're actually doing the client a disservice by not letting them know, or the prospect a disservice by not letting them know what's possible, right? How can they solve this right now? If I have the antidote, right, and I'm keeping it, that's actually selfish on my part, right? And so, how do we go from like, hey, how's it going? Right, to something a little bit more specific. So let me give you a couple examples here. So I'll give you the bad one first. And I kind of already did a version of it, but hey, hope you're doing well. Was just thinking about you, right? Let me know if you're ever looking for coaching, right? Like, is that going to get a response? Like, no, it's vague. It's like, there's just nothing there, right? There's no substance. And so, what if we did something like this? So, like, hey, insert name. Let's call it Sarah, right? Hey, Sarah, you mentioned at class last week that you were frustrated with how you're eating around your work travel. That's literally what my Nutrition Jumpstart is built on, or is built for. It's a 4-week program. We hit it twice a week, and you'll walk away with a travel plan that actually works. Want me to send you the details? Right. So you just insert what you're doing, right? Your bridge offer, and you put it in front of the people that have at some point said, "Hey, I'm interested in getting some help." Right. And be as personal and specific as possible. This kind of goes to the whole 9-word email, but that's at like scale, right? To all of your previous clients, your prospects, anyone that's not currently paying you right now, you just send out the email like, "Hey, so and so, are you still interested in insert result, losing weight, getting fit, whatever that may be," right? Whatever the thing is that you do. 9-word email works. People respond, right? They just need that. They need that invitation. And that's really what the warm outreach is. You got this cool thing called your cell phone, right? There's a lot of warm people in your cell phone, right? Probably past clients, right? Probably some prospects, probably some friends that could use some help that have asked for advice, right? There's people in there. We just need to go through it and start making that list of people. Okay. So go through that list, go through all those people, start making lists, start making Excel spreadsheets, go through past clients who finished but maybe drifted away, go through clients that moved away. If you work in like a brick and mortar or gyms, like class attendee, gym members, anyone who's DM'd you, right? Go through your conversations over the last probably 30 to 60 days, 1 to 2 months. And then like anyone that's liked, commented on any of your content, replied to content, things like that in the last couple months, those are great people, right? We're not really pitching. We're just asking them if they'd like to send more. We're giving them an out where they can just say, no, not interested. Cool. Awesome. Like we move on, right? We're not going to keep hitting it over the head. Right. And so quantity matters here, right? We need quantity here because like this isn't going to be everyone saying yes and I want in. And so set a specific number a day that you can hit 5, 10, 15, 20, right? But 20 specific messages sure as heck beats 2,000 like just generic posts that you're putting out into the internet, right? So like realistically, like 3 to 5 yeses out of 20 is like a great week, right? And so like let's not pretend like 100% of these people are going to say yes, right? 2%, sorry, 20%, like so 2 out of every 10, right? That's doing really, really well. Remember, these are warm. These are people that already know you. They know what they know what you do. They just need that invitation, right? And when they say no, cool, totally, totally get it. If it changes, you know where to find me, right? And then we move on, right? We're not trying to like keep hammering it. All right, last one is one that is really probably the number one way. It isn't really. This is the number one way that coaches get new clients, but most coaches don't have an active play around executing this particular strategy. They just let it happen organically. So, play number 3 is existing clients as a pipeline. We would call this referrals, right? So, referrals are the kind of number one. I don't even know why I'm using vague language. Referrals are the number one client source for coaches because if you do a great job, right, people talk about it, right? And someone asks, like, they're going to tell about it. But what happens is, especially as clients have been clients for a long period of time, they're just not like out there being evangelists. You might have those one or two that are out there really doing it, but the vast majority of clients don't like constantly refer. So I got a couple stories here. I'm going to share one that I think could be valuable strategy. Maybe we could be helpful. But one strategy that we've used at our facility is we have these really cool. I wish I had one on my desk here, but really cool credit card looking metal credit cards. So think like Amex Platinum, hard metal, clink 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 type of card, and we only have 10 of them. We keep 10 of them. And whenever we have a client that mentions anything about a spouse, a friend, someone so and so should go to the gym, we kind of just say like, hey, you know what? We have this like really special down low referral program. We have this really cool metal cards that I can give you, and you can give it to your friend if you want. If you think they're actually serious about going, and that card's going to be good for X dollars, which is the dollars it costs for our front end offer, and you can give it to them and they can redeem it and they can get started on their journey. Like, is that something you'd be interested in? They're like, oh yeah, I'd love to. But I'm like, here's actually the caveat though. If they don't redeem it within 7 days, 14 days, whatever you want to choose, we like 14 days, we're actually going to ask to get it back because we only have 10 of these in-house and we only want to have them, we want them to come and go. We only want them to go to really serious people. So if you feel like they're pretty serious about turning it in, great, give it to them. I'll follow up in a little bit to see how it goes, right? So now you're putting a little bit on the onus on the client to like prompt that person, encourage that person to come in. And so we just listen for those conversations, right? Those are great times to ask for referrals when clients are talking about that. Another great time to ask for referrals is when someone has had a great result, right? They've had a great result. Maybe they just did a body comp, they just finished a program, something like that. And they are feeling really good about the program. That's a great time to ask for a referral because they're feeling good about it. And it's just like, hey, you've done incredible work here. Is there anyone else in your world that like could benefit from what we're doing? And they're like, oh yeah, so and so, so and so. Like, would they be interested in coming in at all? I'd love to invite them in for XYZ or for we have this really cool offer where people can try us out. Would that be something they're interested in? Would you be open to making an introduction? Right. That's a great place to ask for a referral. Another great time to ask for a referral is right at the beginning, kind of like a bring a friend. We know starting a new program can be really scary right away. And so we created this program where you can actually bring a friend with you and do the program with you. We know social accountability is really, really helpful in getting people results. And so we've created a program where you can bring a friend and they can actually get the program at the same cost that you got it. And maybe they got a special deal or something like that. Or you could say, hey, you can actually bring them for free. And then if you want to split your cost with them, like you're more than welcome to, but you can bring them with for free or whatever that may be. Right. But we're basically getting 2 for 1, right, to come into the program. And we know if both people are doing it together and they're actively involved in the program, they're both going to get better results. And then if they get great results, the likelihood of them moving into the next stage is really, really, really high. So we want to think about early on, right when someone's signing up, having a system around getting referrals there. We want like that peak moment referral when a client had great results. And then we want to listen for the language that our clients use, like, hey, so and so should be doing this, or my husband should be doing this. And then we need something in our back pocket to be able to give them, right? And when they give it to their client, hey, this is worth $250, right? And it looks and feels like it has some meaning to it. They give it to them and boom, that person is going to redeem it and you have another client. Now, we put these in as a system, so they're happening automatically. We're bringing people into our bridge offer and then eventually into our main program. And so I've given you 3 plays today. Now, I don't want you to go out and try and execute all 3. We need to look at which one we are most equipped for. So play number 1, borrowed audiences, works for everyone, but probably the best for someone that's a little bit newer, doesn't have a very big audience, is just getting started. Go find the people that have your perfect clients. That's your play. Play number 2 is people that have been in the game for a while. Okay, they've been in the game. They've had a lot of clients come through their doors. So they have a lot of warm contacts. Play number 2 is going to work really, really, really well, the warm outreach. Play number 3, existing clients. This is for the person that has a really nice client base. Really nice client base. Maybe you only have a few spots to fill and you really need to integrate a system. We're starting to develop a system here. Play number 3 could be kind of bolted on to these other ones too, because it's a pretty easy play. But number 1, broad audiences for the newer coach, right? And then play number 2, warm outreach for the coach that's had a little bit more, they have a little more season, right? They've been in the game a little bit longer. So those are the 3, right? We've talked all about front end offers. Now I've given you how to fill those front end offers. Now it's just a matter of like going out there, committing to one of these for 30 days, taking action, measuring the results, and adjusting, right? We're looking for conversations, right? We're not looking for likes. We're not looking for vanity metrics. We're looking for conversations, right? And if you're using something like Growth Catalyst, that handoff into Coach Catalyst is seamless, right? Because we have all those integrations built in. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave you some ideas, right? I want you to take one of them, run with it for the next 30 days. And if you do, good or bad results, I want to know. Send me an email, shoot a message into support, right? Make a comment on one of the videos. I'm here every Tuesday at noon. And that's it. My name is Trevor, the CEO of Coach Catalyst. Get out there, change some lives, and get some more people into your bridge offers. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later.